Hi, welcome to the Sunburst Sanctuary Sunday Meditation Service. My name is Al King, and the topic for today is compassionate communication. Today, there's perhaps more need for compassionate communication than we've seen in a long time. You can see that our politicians today are more interested in disrespecting others, tearing others down to build themselves up. In social media, there's a selfie madness. Look at me. Look what I can do. And there are innumerable organizations or groups that are trying to get us to be part of their group. You need to have a card to go to the drugstore. You can get fuel cards so that you can get a better price than other people. And you can be part of Amazon Prime. And all of these things, all of these groups are separating each of us from others, making ourselves feel better about ourselves than others. I'd like to start today by having a recording played of an excerpt from a talk by Paulsen in November 8th, 1987. This was part of a Kriya meditation initiation.
We as the human race today stand on the threshold of this quantum leap into a dimension of consciousness we've only dreamed of, a state of consciousness that we begin to experience God, I am that I am, existing in every face we look at. As it grows in us, it's like every face is our own. Every brother, every sister, a reflection of ourselves. We are all one in this divine consciousness.
Norm speaks about an elevated consciousness. And this elevated consciousness is the key to compassionate communication. Each and every one of us is on a journey of discovery, a journey of realization of who we are. We are growing toward this new state of consciousness. And as we do, we will more naturally recognize that we are all of a divine nature, that we can learn to see the face of God in every face that we see, that every brother and sister, their face is a reflection of our own. When we are able to be in that space, that's when true compassionate communication will occur naturally. I'm going to quote again from Norm Paulsen. Before you speak, attempt to focus your consciousness upon the divine center of your soul. Make a choice of words that are kind and truthful. Kind and truthful words are an essential part of compassionate communication. And if you're going to focus your attention, your consciousness, on that divine center within your soul, first you're going to have to pause. It's hard to become focused and centered in the midst of talking. I would like to read what Chief Luther Standing Bear of the Teton Sioux had to say about communication from the point of view of the Lakota. Silence was meaningful with the Lakota, and his granting a space of silence before talking was done in the practice of true politeness and regardful of the rule that thought comes before speech. An amazing concept, thought coming before speech. The pause in our conversations is very important. It allows us to focus our attention on the divine center of our soul. In this state, we are better able to choose words that are kind and truthful, words that are compassionate and loving. From that place, we can recognize the divine nature of the person whom we are talking to. And once we recognize and acknowledge that divine place in the other, then we can truly communicate compassionately using loving and kind words. Chief Luther Standing Bear also went on to say, praise, flattery, exaggerated manners, and fine, high-sounding words were no part of Lakota politeness. Excessive manners were put down as insincere, and the constant talker was considered rude and thoughtless. Conversation was never begun at once or in a hurried manner. No one was quick with a question, no matter how important, and no one was pressed for an answer. A pause, giving time for thought, was the truly courteous way of beginning and conducting a conversation. So in addition to mentioning the pause again, Standing Bear was talking about questioning, the question. In my experience, questions in a conversation are of two kinds. The first is when you're speaking and somebody immediately jumps in with a question. In this case, it seems like the question is questioning your integrity and questioning the truth of what you have to say, and it appears as an attack. I know when that happens to me, I immediately get defensive, and then the emotion ramps up. The other kind of question is when the person that asks the question is truly interested in learning about the other person. And that conveys respect, and it conveys an interest. And that's a positive in a conversation, unlike the first style of questioning. Keys to compassionate communication. The first would be focusing your attention on that divine center within your soul. And going on, that would be seeing the light of God in every face that you see. And when you can truly see every face as your own, every face with the light of God, then compassionate communication will be natural. You'll be speaking from a place of love, a place of truth, and a place of kindness. When we meditate, the purpose of our meditation is to experience the presence of God within us and the presence of God around us. And when we're feeling that presence, God's presence within us, we can see that presence in all of those who are around us. This is the same place that we want to be when we're in a conversation. and trying to express compassionate communication. The more we practice meditation, the easier it will be to find that centered place within us, that we can come naturally from a place of loving speech. So I'm going to invite you now to join with us in a short meditation. As we meditate, we focus on our breath, the inhaling breath as it rises up our spine. And we can imagine that breath as we exhale going down our spine. And as we do this exercise in breathing, we can also focus on experiencing God's presence within us and all around us. And as we practice that meditation, it will become easier to enter that space when we're in a conversation with another person. The Lakota ideas of manners in a conversation hold respect for the other person and the other person's point of view above our own ego-driven desire to have what we want to put into the conversation be put in. No matter how important what we think we have to say seems to us. The things that Norm said in his quotes give reasons for this. We are all manifestations of the divine. Each and every one of us has God dwelling within us. Showing love and respect to another person that we're having a conversation with is showing love and respect to God. Recognizing the divine in each and every person is going to be a major part of compassionate communication. Learning to see the light of God shining in every face is going to make it easier for us to speak from a loving place, to speak with kindness and truth. We're going to end the service today with a recording of the song To Share Your Love. Thank you all for joining with us for this Sunday meditation. To thee, my Lord, I pray to thee. Give me strength and grant me grace and wisdom that I might see you all around me. I call out to thee, my Lord, I pray to thee. Give me strength and grant me grace and wisdom that I might see you within me. I want to see your face. I want to hear your voice. I want to feel your touch. Help me to feel your love. Help me to share your love. Help me to share your love. To thee, my Lord, I pray to thee. Give me strength and grant me grace and wisdom that might see you all around me. I call out to thee, my Lord, I pray to thee. Give me strength and grant me grace and wisdom that I might see you within me. I want to see your face. I want to hear your voice. I want to feel your touch. Help me to feel your love. Help me to share your love. Help me to share your